Moorhens sometimes called marsh hens are medium-sized water birds that are members of the rail family. Most species are placed in the genus Gallinula, Latin for little hen. They are close relatives of coots, and because of their apparently nervous behavior are sometimes called skitty coots. They are often referred to as gallinules. Two species from the Australian region, sometimes separated in Tribonyx, are called nativehens. The nativehens differ visually by shorter, thicker and stubbier toes and bills, and longer tails that lack the white signal pattern of typical moorhens. Description: these rails are mostly brown and black with some white markings in plumage color. Unlike many of the rails, they are usually easy to see, feeding in open water margins rather than hidden in reed beds. They have short rounded wings and are weak flyers, although usually capable of covering long distances. The common moorhen in particular migrates up to 2,000 kilometers from some of its breeding areas in the colder parts of Siberia. Those that migrate do so at night. The Goff moorhen on the other hand is considered almost flightless. It can only flutter some meters. As common in rails, there has been a marked tendency to evolve flightlessness in island populations. Moorhens can walk very well on their strong legs, and have long toes that are well adapted to soft uneven surfaces. These birds are omnivorous, consuming plant material, small rodents, amphibians and eggs. They are aggressively territorial during the breeding season, but are otherwise often found in sizable flocks on the shallow vegetated lakes they prefer. Systematics and evolution. Living and recently extinct species of Gallinula and closely related genera are Samoan moorhen, Gallinula pacifica sometimes placed in pair eudiasts, extinct, Macura moorhen, Gallinula sylvestris sometimes placed in pair eudiasts or Edithornis, extinct, Tristan moorhen, Gallinula lanzatis formerly sometimes placed in Porphyrionis, extinct, Goff moorhen, Gallinula comaria formerly sometimes placed in Porphyrionis, common moorhen, Gallinula chloropus, common gallinule, Gallinula gallita, recently split by the AOU, other committees still evaluating, dusky moorhen, Gallinula tenebrosa, lesser moorhen, Gallinula angulata, spot-flanked gallinule, Porphyriops melanops, recently changed genus by SACC of AOU, black-tailed nativehen, Tribonyx ventralis, Tasmanian nativehen, Tribonyx mortia. Other moorhens have been described from older remains. Apart from the 1 to 3 extinctions in more recent times, another 1 to 4 species have gone extinct as a consequence of early human settlement. Hodgins waterhen of New Zealand which belongs in subgenus Tribonyx and a species close to the Samoan moorhen from Bicker, Solomon Islands, which is almost certainly distinct from the Macura moorhen, as the latter cannot fly. The undescribed Viti-levu gallinule of Fiji would either be separated in pair eudiasts if that genus is considered valid, or may be a completely new genus. Similarly, the undescribed swampfen of Mangaia, currently tentatively assigned to Porphyrio, may belong to Gallinula pair eudiasts. Evolution Still older fossils document the genus since the late Oligocene onwards. The genus seems to have originated in the southern hemisphere, in the general region of Australia. By the Pliocene, it was probably distributed worldwide. Gallinula sp. Gallinula canzarum, Gallinula balkanica. Gallinula gigantea, the ancient Gallinula disney has been separated as genus Australis. Even among non-passeriforms, this genus has a long documented existence. Consequently, some unassigned fragmentary rail fossils might also be from moor or native hens. For example, specimen QMF 30696, a left distal Turbiotissus piece from the Oligomyocene boundary at Riversley, is similar to but then differs in details from G. Disney. It cannot be said if this bird of a distinct species was flightless. From size alone, it might have been an ancestor of G. mortia. In addition to paleosubspecies of Gallinula chloropus, the doubtfully distinct late Pliocene to Pleistocene Gallinula mortia repeta was described, referring to the population of the Tasmanian native hen that once inhabited mainland Australia and became extinct at the end of the last ice age. It may be that apart from climate change it was driven to extinction by the introduction of the dingo, which as opposed to the marsupial predators hunted during the day, but this would require a survival of mainland Gallinula mortier to as late as about 1500 BC. G. Disney was yet another flightless native hen, indicative of that group's rather basal position among moorhens. Its time and place of occurrence suggest it as an ancestor of G. mortier, from which it differed mostly in its much smaller size. However, some limb bone proportions are also strikingly different, and in any case such a scenario would require a flightless bird to change but little during some 20 million years in an environment rich in predators. As the fossils of G. disney as well as the rich recent and subfossil material of G. mortier shows no evidence of such a change at all, G. disney more probably represents a case of parallel evolution at an earlier date, as signified by its placement in Australis. Footnotes. References, Bed, Robert F. The Plasticine distribution of the Tasmanian native hen Gallinula mortier. Emu 84, 2, 119-123. PDF full text, Bed, Robert F. The dingo is a possible factor in the disappearance of Gallinula mortier from the Australian mainland. Emu 91, 2, 121-122. PDF full text, Bols, Walter E. A new flightless gallinule from the Oligomiocene of Riverslea, northwestern Queensland, Australia. Records of the Australian Museum 57, 2, 179 Euro 190. PDF full text, Brisson, Matthew Rinjak, Ornithologia sive synopsis methodicus sissons avium divisionum in ordines, sections, genera, species, ipsarumque varietates, etc. 1, 46-56, plates V and 6. Olson, Stores L. The fossil rails of C.W. Davis, being mainly an extinct form of Tribonyx mortier from Queensland. Emu 75, 2, 49-54. HTML abstract. External links, Identification Guide by Javier Blasco Sumata.